Yeah, hi, welcome all to the sports breakdown here. We are doing a quick review of what happened yesterday and went fantastic semi-final that we all have witnessed with Australia being the victors against a very clinical Pakistan team, which was supposed to be the favorites, which most of us really thought. But fantastic victory for Australia, and congrats to the Australian team on reaching the T20 World Cup final for the very first time. They'll play New Zealand in the final on Sunday in Dubai. Let's have a quick look at what happened yesterday. By the way, you can all join in as you. The link is posted here, the streamer link. Please do click on it, and you can join us for this chat. Australian fans, I'm pretty sure someone like Jack will be pretty happy, knowing it'll be pretty late at night watching this game. But fantastic win for Australia, as I said, great win. Uh, did a Michael Hussey, I can say, what happened in 2010 T20 World Cup in St. Lucia. Similar first semi-final also, the chasing team did it like Neesham and Daryl Mitchell pulled the victory for New Zealand similar way yesterday, Marcus Stoinis and Matthew Wade. So let's have a look at what happened yesterday. Let's look at the scorecard. Give me a minute. Yeah. Yeah, here we are. As you all know, Australia won the toss yesterday and chose to field. Pakistan were a bit sluggish to start with Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam. I think they were very cautious to start up front. Could have gone a bit hard, keeping the dew factor in mind, which has always been a huge important factor at Dubai, since you need a par plus at least 10-15 runs extra to do well and win in Dubai if you're batting first. So keeping that, I think who's joining us? Nitish. Nitish is joining. Just a second. Hi Nitish.
Hi Rohan, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
Fine, yeah.
Yeah, nice, nice. We are just discussing about the game of yesterday. What do you think about the start that Pakistan had? Rizwan and Azam, okay start. Don't you think they were a bit slow to start? I mean, 10
Bits.
overs, they were what,
See, this
70
is the
something, right? Yeah.
Rohan. This is the problem. I think Pakistan is having still.
Hmm.
The way these two openers have performed, they thought. See, they are playing the way the '90s player used to play for Pakistan.
Hmm.
Playing safe for
Wickets in hand.
35 40 overs and then smacking
Attack later.
in the last 10 15 overs. I think
Yeah.
today the cricket has changed. If you are
Hmm.
still 15-20 runs short, then it will hurt you in the crucial stage, and
Hmm.
yesterday is it hurt more. I think yesterday wicket was far better than the other games. The
Yeah.
wicket was very good for batting. See, even though I was watching second innings of Australia, they were batting very confidently. They were looking okay, we are going to chase this one. They
Hmm.
never looked in the middle overs only when Sadab, even see, Sadab didn't bowl well, but the
Nitish will come to
bats.
the Australian innings. Let's go
Okay,
by
okay,
order.
okay, okay.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
by talking,
I'm
I
talking about
forget all
opening
these
of
thing
Parvanai,
process.
no issues. I'm talking like the start that Rizwan and Babar had. I mean, they
Hmm.
have been pretty
Hmm.
successful opening partnership for Pakistan. Mohammad Rizwan completed 1,000 runs in this calendar in T20,
Huh.
fantastic achievement. I mean, we saw in the social media and all, he had a chest
Hmm.
infection. His condition was a bit tough, but still he came out and played well. So kudos to him for that. But overall, that impact, both of them combined partnership, don't you think like in 10 overs, 70 for no loss there? And just before that drinks break, Babar got out. So like he used up all the deliveries and then kind of got out, made life
See,
more difficult for Pakistan.
yeah, yeah. I think that's where I think a little bit momentum shifted from Pakistan to Australia.
Hmm.
In 10 overs, you see in semi-final or final in knockout stage, you can't expect when you are no loss till 7 or 8 overs, you can accelerate from then onwards. I
Hmm.
think bit of momentum lost at that point of time, and Zampa, I thought that Jampa will struggle against Pakistan batters,
Hmm. Hmm.
but reverse happens.
Sampa, fantastic
because
bowling, 4 overs, one for 22.
fantastic fan.
Mm.
So Rizwan, see, kudos to both these batsmen. I think because of these two batsmen, Pakistan reached semi-final. I
Yes.
think if these two hasn't got that partnership throughout the tournament, I think Pakistan would not have reached the semi-final also. I
Mm.
think they have played brilliant cricket. Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan. Mohammad Rizwan will get more credit because before match day he was suffering from, I think,
Chest
fever,
infection. Chest infection.
chest infection,
He's won
and
the
it
fight
was
and just he
very
punched.
Rizwan is fighter, but it's there is also a loophole in Rizwan batting also. He is
Uh,
best suited, the style of his batting is best suited for ODI format.
mm.
Because see, ultimately you will see the scorecard of Rizwan and the ball he faced yesterday.
Mm.
I think
Yeah.
50-52 ball, you can't expect to get 60-65 runs,
Yeah. That
67
was.
runs. You,
Yes.
I think 10-20 runs somehow
Short.
they were short, very much short, because the pitch was behaving like this. See, Rohan, मानो या ना मानो, फ्लैट था विकेट,
हाँ होता.
फ्लैट था.
I mean,
और डी हाँ, और
kudos to this guy, Fakar Zaman, who came in and made that 55 of 32 balls. I mean, couple of those sixers of Mitchell Stark in that last over. Awesome
see,
hitting. I mean, if that had not happened, they would be
ultimately
50.
the oxygen required by the Pakistan team provided by Fakar Zama only.
Yes.
Otherwise, if Fakar Zaman would not have got those runs
Uh,
lately in his innings, I think one-sided game yesterday
yeah, yeah.
we would
I
have
mean,
seen.
that 176 from the position they were, and with the bowling attack, Pakistan had 176 was a decent score, I'll say, for a knockout game.
Yes,
Like runs on
pressure
the
game,
board.
you can say
Uh,
it was a fairly good score.
yeah,
Fairly
very
good
good
score.
score. Yeah, I mean,
I agree
talking
with
with
that.
respect to the bowling attack Pakistan had, maybe if other team had put 170, it wouldn't say chasing team favorable, but with Pakistan bowling attack, 176 was pretty good
Hmm.
only, I felt. Okay,
Hmm.
so that was, I mean, excellent bowling from Pat Cummins. Not to forget that 19th over was a very crucial over which he bowled, I think, for just 2 or 3 runs.
See,
That slog overs bowling was
in
fantastic by Pat
yesterday's game,
Cummins.
Rohan, in yesterday's game, where there were several number of crucial moments, and
Huh.
one of them you told just now,
Hmm.
19th over.
Hmm.
Otherwise, 190, 195 was always on the card for
Yeah, yeah,
Pakistan.
pakka, pakka, pakka. Yeah, so 176, as we saw, maybe was just par score in the end. But coming to Australian innings, Shaheen Shah Afridi, that first over was complete fire, man. हाँ क्या बोलते हो ये शाहीन शाह अफरीदी ओपनिंग ओवर एंड ओपनिंग
I
ओवर्स
think
थ्रू आउट
I think
कॉम्पिटिशन.
no doubt fiery spell with the new ball from Science Afridi in the Indian game also, and
Yes.
yesterday's game also. And see, the situation was such that even the audience was really scared of that bowling. The way he was bowling, okay, he will
Mm,
get another 2 or 3 wickets, and the match would have been finished then. But
mm.
see, another momentum shifting ball was when Mitchell Mars given not out. That was
Uh,
also momentum shifting. Otherwise, if
mm.
that was umpire's call given out, I think Australia would have been lost that game.
Never
Mitchell
know. That
Mars.
was, yeah, 50-50
Yes,
decision. Yeah.
50-50 decision. See,
Uh,
one moment was that also.
that was there,
Australia.
and there is one more
Hmm.
controversial moment we'll come to. But before that,
Oh,
excellent bowling by Shadab Khan. He picked up 4 wickets. I think he got Pakistan back into the game from.
Rohan, I won't agree with that. Everybody is talking about excellent
Hmm,
bowling.
hmm,
The pressure was such that Australia needed to take the risk against Sadaf Khan, and in
correct.
that process, see, because Sadaf Khan was bowling his usual way, what he was
I'll
doing
tell you
for
why
the last
excellent for one
one
tip,
year.
Nitish. Uh,
Oh.
as you know, second bowling in Dubai, Dew comes in, and for spinner, Dew is very difficult. Still, he bowled 4 overs for just 26 runs to pick up 4 wickets. For a spinner in that condition, that is why I'll say slightly great. Or else, pressure, yeah.
But I heard that commentators also saying that there was very minimal dew in the yesterday's game.
Okay,
very minimal.
definitely.
So
Yeah,
Sadaf, you can give credit either to Australian batters also for
definitely. Yeah, yeah.
gifting the wickets to Sadaf Khan, or you can say that Sadaf Khan, okay, he has bowled well, he has come with the man, come with the hour, what you say,
Hmm.
वो
Hmm.
वाला बात था. और Sadaf Khan, no doubt, 26 runs, 4 wickets.
Hmm.
Figure suggests that he has bowled really well. And for Pakistan, coming back from 90 for 2, Australia was cruising. See, the
Yeah,
10
they
11
were
overs when
50 for 1 to 96 for 5. 40
see,
runs mein 4
Australia was
wickets
cruising.
in 6 overs.
Australia was cruising at that time.
Yes, yes.
See,
Mitchell Marsh and Steve Smith.
somehow these kind of things.
Turning
When
point.
I used to watch these kind of matches, no, I never thought that Australia will would lost that game
Hmm.
because they were always in the hunt. See, if the score, if they were always chasing the match, then I would have thought that okay, Australia might lose that game. But Australia were always in the hunt because though they were losing the wickets. This was
Yeah.
them, and everybody talk about play 5 batsmen, 6 batsmen. It's rubbish in
Hmm.
pressure cooker situation. Ultimately, batter 7 and 8 can win you games. This is for certain.
Basically, finishers need to be there till the end to win you that game,
Huh.
which Wade and Marcus
No,
Stoinis
and
did.
finisher will come only at number 7 and 8 only. You
Hmm.
can't
Yes.
expect a finisher to be playing regularly at number 3 or 4. Number
Yeah.
see 5 number that I'm telling with respect to Indian team also. That
Hmm.
we see number 8, you need, see, out of a problem for Indian team. See, I'm coming back to Indian team because we are from here, so
Yes. Yes.
I need to see problem for Indian team that top 4
Nobody
could
goals.
not able to bowl
Hmm.
at least 2 or 3 overs. The problem for right now Indian team is जो batters हैं, before that also batters, bowlers don't able to bat, but
Hmm.
nowadays batters, at least out of 3 or 4 faster bowlers you need like Stark or Cummins, who can just
Yeah.
give you the assurance of at least 7 runs or 10 runs.
Hmm.
7 or not more than that, 10 runs, not more than that.
At least
At
have the ability to hit a couple of boundaries. You're saying.
yes, at least have the ability. So
Yeah.
overall, I think two fantastic games. This is the charm of the World Cup, T20 World Cup. I think ICC T20 events.
Hmm.
I think everybody now forget about what happened before the last two games, before the semi-finals. I think the way these 4 teams have performed, well deservingly, Pakistan also played beyond their potential. I think I should say.
I mean, also I can say one thing: they were a bit lucky with the tosses against the big teams, be it New Zealand and India. They got
Now
the
you
best
can
use
say,
of.
now you can say, now we can say that.
Yeah, I mean, end of the day, see, it kind of balances out in the end. they बोलते हैं ना जो भी होता है एंड में सही हो जाता है. Here they suffered the same ulta. Unfortunately, semi
Hmm.
final. Yeah,
And
yeah. So
see,
from nine, yeah,
I in my video I used to tell that law of averages
correct.
will definitely apply to a team who has got loopholes.
Hmm.
See, England team, though they were the favorite, but still they have a loopholes which was
Bowling.
easily exposed by the New Zealander
Yeah,
batters.
yeah. I personally in these conditions I did consider England favorites also.
And
Anyways.
see, New Zealand, though they have not got depth in their batting, but nobody knows that. See, New Zealand play as a team. They know their strength and weakness, and
Hmm.
according to that, they play their games. This
And they
is the
adjust also
main
very well.
important thing, or for New Zealand team.
Correct,
So
correct.
I think two best teams has reached to the semi-final, and
Yeah, yeah,
Before World Cup, nobody had eye on these two teams. That these two
exactly.
teams will even qualify for the knockouts.
Yeah, yeah. Especially Australia, though, I don't think anybody actually thought about it.
See,
New Zealand, maybe a few here and there, but definitely not
see,
Australia. I'll say.
I think from now onwards, this
Hmm.
thing is clear that before World Cup, bilateral series wins when your top players are not in the group.
Hmm.
Before say, T20 World Cup, it doesn't matter.
Hmm.
If a team comes with a proper players, they then I think that really matters. And T20 somehow. depends on a particular day.
Yeah,
Whoever
yeah, yeah.
wins that day will win the match and series
See,
World Cup.
one good spell like what Afridi did to
Yes,
India,
yes,
or one good
yes.
knock what Wade did yesterday to Pakistan, game changing. Anyways, yeah, coming to that, one controversial moment that we did have yesterday where David Warner, we saw Shadab Khan bowl, and there was a huge appeal by the wicketkeeper Rizwan, and Shadab umpire raised the finger. There was a little bit of a noise. Live when you watched Nitish, do you think it was
Yeah,
out or not out?
see, live a sound was heard.
Hmm.
See, by us. I think when you were watching the TV, there was
Hmm.
a nick.
Yeah.
We felt at first sight, okay, he has nicked that, and the way he walked, no. I
Hmm.
think lots of stories now coming that there was a software problem, but the scene was that there was a wide gap. I think
Yeah.
one or two major
Inch.
inch gap between bat and ball. I
Hmm.
think ultimately, see, this might have become a bigger issue
Had they
for
lost.
David Warner when they should have lost that game. But now
Mm-hmm.
it's all fair now. It's
Yeah, yeah.
over. I think
No,
that
my
Hafiz
major
ball.
concern
Ha,
about this was Australians never walk. Even if you edge it to first tip, also they have never walked.
see
Okay.
when we say when I was watching also no yesterday's.
Mm,
Say 5 wickets fell. Okay, we thought that okay, Australia may get closer, but with this bowling lineup for Pakistan,
mm,
Pakistan will never give in
correct.
5 over 60 runs.
Mm,
We have perception in mind about Pakistan bowling
mm,
since I am watching the cricket matches for the last 20-22 years that
mm.
Pakistan will never give 12 runs per over, 13 runs per over,
Yes, yes,
whatever the
correct.
situation is.
Mm,
But now what I'm seeing for the last 6 or 7 years, that Pakistan bowling is also a big concerning. They
mm,
used to give in important games 10 runs per over, 12 runs per over.
mm,
What
mm,
I'm watching since 2013-14, you can say,
mm.
before when Inzamam Afridi when all retired.
Left it.
After that, I
Mm.
think see Pakistan team they have played with the momentum in this World Cup. No doubt they were the deserving side. After beating India, they were the first side that deserved a place in the semi-final. But
Yeah.
I knew that Pakistan is not that type of a team that can be going to win the World Cup. We
Yeah.
knew that. See, Pawan also we have a discussion about Pakistan team. Pawan, I know that Pawan is a great supporter of Pakistan. There is no harm in that. But if you look at the ground reality, Pakistan has got a lot of loopholes in this team.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Even if
Nitish,
you
I
have
agree with that.
batting and bowling, see, Pakistan apart from Sahin Afridi, nobody looked threatening in bowling.
I mean, huge disappointment was our Hassan Ali and Harris Rauf. Couple of good balls from Rauf, but he went for huge sixes and boundaries at the
Hmm.
very crucial time because he is one of
See,
their
this
designated
see you
death bowlers.
see Rohan, we can't blame Pakistan much because they were against a top quality experienced side.
No, no, no.
We
It's
knew.
not blaming Nitish. No one's blaming anyone. I mean, you saw what kind of reactions on certain media channels for
Yes,
Hassan Ali for
that's
dropping
why.
the catch.
See,
That is
I'm
very,
not
very wrong.
telling to you. Everybody in Pakistan and even many experts are
No, no,
blaming Hassan Ali catch and all that.
yeah. I mean, I'm
I
talking
think
in
this is
general.
not.
Any team, any
Yes.
player, he drops a
Hmm.
catch or gets out for a low score or gets hit badly. Please don't abuse or troll the players. They also
Yeah.
give it their
Yes.
hundred
This.
percent. It's a game, one-off game. The same player tomorrow may come and score 100 or pick a 5 wickets and win you the game.
5 6 wicket, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
remember, see, everybody just forget. People forget everything. In 2017, this is the same man, Hassan Ali,
yeah, Champions Trophy.
who was destroying with the ball other teams, who was
Mm.
taking wickets and celebrating with all the generator pumping up
Mm-hmm.
and down and all that. I think in totality, if you're asking me, I think uh, two teams who has got almost all the bases covered has
Mm.
reached the finals.
Yeah, agreed.
I think
But kudos, I must say, to someone like a Matthew Wade, who didn't quite have such a good tournament, or even the previous series before this. He wasn't scoring so consistently. He used to come and bat sometimes in the opening also. Suddenly, being a finisher role, scoring 41 not out of just 17 balls, four sixes, those last three sixes to win the game.
See, Rohan,
Excellent
I
to
will
Matthew Wade.
I will tell you a little bit short story. Yesterday I was watching, and see, we were having dinner with my father and
Mm,
uncle.
mm,
uh, I see, being India out of the competition, I always felt that Australia may win this, and I supported.
yes.
See, frankly, I will tell you, I never supported Pakistan team for a
Mm.
reason. You know that.
Okay, okay. Huh.
I was supporting Australian team, but
Mm,
when 5 wickets don't know, I was very upset. And
mm,
see, I was having a very slow dinner, and my father and uncle, they also see, they are watching cricket matches of India from late 80s and early 80s.
mm.
They said me, what happened? Still a game is on. Then
Yeah.
I asked them how.
Mm,
5 wickets down, and another wicket, and they will all collapse,
yes.
because these bowling lineup, with the momentum they are having, Pakistan, they will not give. I am telling you, know, the I we have perception that Pakistan bowling lineup cannot give 13 runs
Huh.
per over, 14 runs per over, but they
But this is
they
T20
both
cricket.
said,
Anything can happen in
yeah,
this.
yeah. See now, the things are changing.
Yeah.
While seeing all these things, they said in one voice, Wade can hit, and Stoinis, we know, in the IPL, can hit.
No, this is what was interesting. I mean, as a Aston supporter or even a fan who is watching cricket, you expect someone
Yes,
like a Stoinis to be the match winner from here.
yes,
Wade was
because
a bit
in IPL he has done that a few
exact,
innings.
and even Big Bash also he does opening and he's a hitter throughout. But Wade was something which I think was out of syllabus even for Pakistan.
Wade. I also never expected Wade to hit such a, see, two, three sixes, one sixes, one four. We can
Ah,
understand. Pat Cummins also hit. See, I
no,
literally
see,
felt,
three
no, Pat
sixers
Cummins can
of
turn the
Shine
game.
Afridi. It wasn't like any Hassan Ali or anyone hitting
See,
six.
see,
Shine
one
Afridi
point is
under
proved
pressure.
that Hassan, under pressure, Pakistan bowlers, even Sahin Afridi, who was in a very good form, I think
Mm,
he succumbed to the pressure. I think
correct. I
he
agree.
has bowled poorly in those. After drop catch,
Mm.
you should be
दिमाग
very,
चला
I
गया.
think, eager to, yeah, दिमाग चला गया. और see, एक छक्का खा लो भाई,
Mm,
और दूसरा बॉल उससे भी गंदा,
mm,
length length ball
mm.
he has given. And once second six, it was all over, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Second
And
six
now
is done.
everybody that, see, ये guaranteed नहीं था कि वेड का अगर कैच हो जाता, if वेड would have been caught by the Hassan Ali.
Mm.
Pat Cummins has shown the ability in the IPL that he can also smack one or two sixes.
No, no, no.
And
What would have
but the way
happened? I
he
am
has,
thinking, Nitish
yes,
is Shaheen Afridi to bowling to a left-hander is slightly more easier to play than a right-hander, as per the tournament also is. If Cummins had
yes,
come, maybe the angle and the swing could have been troublesome for a Cummins. Wade
toe
was getting
crusher once
easily hit the
again.
arc.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
so that was a plus point if they had taken the catch. But
No,
anyways,
see, still, science. Let me finish up with
by the way,
science
five
Afridi.
people are
Science
watching. Please do
Afridi
join
is
if you
still.
are interested to join this chat with me and Nitish
I think
on.
it's going to be. It is very interesting chat, because
Yeah,
Pakistan
please.
has lost the game.
More than Pakistan has lost, I will say Australia won this game because
Yeah.
that position they were in, it was almost 70-30 towards Pakistan when the fifth
See,
wicket fell.
Australia always said that take the game. Pakistan, take the game.
Yeah, 1 minute. We have Shankar sir
Maxwell
here
and all
saying
that.
if India wants to win World Cup, we need to get some all rounders like what Australia have. Lower mid, yes sir, is weak for us. I agree,
True.
agree. We need to
See,
move out
see,
from this Hardik Pandya syndrome.
Sankar sir, this is true now. Now, this was the World Cup which was playing in UAE, which is being
Mm,
played in UAE. Strategy will be totally different in
mm.
Australia.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think spinners will have a very marginal effect on the game, very less effect. I think you need to have
Uh,
two all-rounders, fast bowling all-rounders
Actually,
with
Nitish,
clever mind.
yeah. I mean, Australia spinners will be useful in certain pitches like Sydney, Melbourne, because of the ground
Adelaide,
size also.
yes.
Adelaide because the smaller square boundaries, so people may target a slog sweep, etc. But Melbourne, Sydney are big grounds where certain spinners can be useful if they are having that variations, etc. Brisbane, Perth, and also forget. There's no
See,
chance.
we will see in Australia, we will see more runs from the batters. I
Yeah,
think the
exactly.
team which has
200
good
will be
bowling
on answer.
lineup, see the team has having good bowling lineup will win that World Cup. That's for sure. This time, the team having better batting lineup is going to grab that cup. I think
And power
because of
hitters.
the slowness of, yes, the power hitter.
Yes.
The power hitter in the middle is
Shankar sir
very
has a
important.
good point here. See, leg spinners are useful and successful in big ocean grounds. This is what my point was. A good
True.
leg spinner, if a Chahal plays, someone like that who is not afraid to get hit because of the bigger boundaries, the chance to get caught in the outfield is higher in ground like in Australia, like a Melbourne or a Sydney, such grounds. So let's see how it comes.
Uh,
Pasindu Ransilu. What about DW 31 out? It's a clear not out. David Warner fan, I think. Pasindu, thanks for your question. Please do join us. As we were discussing, David Warner must have felt an edge. But personally, I felt Australians, even if they have edge, they do not walk. They will go for a
yes,
review. If they
yes,
even if they have 1% doubt in their mind, also they generally take a review. So, a bit skeptical. But I heard Ian Bishop saying that batsmen don't generally know when they have hit it. I mean, due respect to someone like Ian Bishop, he's a bowler,
yes.
but a batsman psyche, even if it's a small edge, a batsman will realize it. Very, very, very rare case a batsman doesn't know he has not edged it. So I
I
felt
think
someone
there
like
must be a sound while the ball passed through the bat. I think there must be sound. He was in confused mind. Okay, there was a sound. I think we heard we heard, and umpire also immediately raised the finger. So
umpire, I think, went by not just the sound, the quick reaction by the
from
keeper and
Rizwan and all that, yes,
yeah, the appeal based on the appeal. I think the umpire gave that decision. Anyways,
no,
as we said, in
yes,
case Australia had lost, this point would have been a
these
huge
things,
controversial one.
yes.
But they won, so you can kind of say good luck to David
See,
Warner.
there were lots of mistakes made by both the teams.
Yeah, yeah.
That one team is saying take the
Chahal and
game,
Ravi
another
Bishnoi
team
can also
is
be
said,
groomed. I agree, Shankar sir. Someone like a Ravi Bishnoi will be a huge factor in Australian grounds because he has the ability to bowl with the new ball also, and he's not afraid to get the hits also because we need. हम लोग बोलते हैं ना जिगरा चाहिए as a spinner. You should not be afraid to get hit.
flight
Even if you
then,
get hit,
yes.
flight though, get the batsman out
Hmm.
stumped, get him caught. Such kind of bowlers is what you need in T20. You can't be always restrictive kind of bowling. You need sometimes
Hmm.
to be have that courage to go for a
Hmm.
wicket even if you get hit. Yeah, couple of
Hmm.
days you may get hit for 20 runs also. But in a key moment under pressure, if you get that 1 or 2 wickets, that kind of bowlers will be huge useful for a captain as well as a team. So let's hope
Hmm.
someone like a Chell or a Bishnoi comes good in the next World Cup from India's point of view in Australia. Yeah,
See, the problem for now that India is going to play total 15 to 16 games within
mm.
10 months
Yeah,
total.
yeah.
And
Let's
now
see how
you
it goes.
cannot just circulate the players, 30 players, 40 players. I think they need to make a fixed mind that, okay, these 20 bunch of players are there and let them.
Nitish, I'll tell you one thing. As a Indian fan, also, you know one thing that's happened good in that last 1 week: the appointment of Rahul Dravid as coach. He will do heck of a lot of homework, be
Yes,
prepared
yes, yes.
what kind of players are required for what conditions. So we hope for the best for the Indian team under Rahul to cover all these areas which were lacking. So let's also hope certain good players come in and they get groomed under Dravid, and India becomes a better team in the coming year. I need to
Yes.
add one more thing. I mean, if you are done with the Australia Pakistan team, kudos to Australia. All the best to them against New Zealand. I personally
Proceed.
feel Australia are favorites against New Zealand because of a slight mental advantage which Australia has against the Kiwis in the knockouts for last few years. Also, New
See,
Zealand
that's
are a
why
big time team.
that's what I want Australia to win so that India will get a space in the next year World Cup, because again the law of average will come into play and Australia
Right.
will definitely not going to win the
Uh,
next. These kind of
what
things.
will
See,
happen is home pressure will be there, Nitish.
yes.
That's a
See,
huge advantage always, or a
yes.
disadvantage. Coming back to one point which I want to say, because today, if Indian fans will be knowing, the test squad for India was announced, which will be taking part against New Zealand. Two test matches will be played, one in
Okay,
Kanpur and
okay.
yeah,
Rohan, I have to
yeah.
go. I have to
No
go.
issues, no issues, Nitish. Thanks for joining
Okay.
in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for yours. Take care. Yeah, bye. Yeah, guys. The T20 World Cup, as we know, Australia is through to the finals against New Zealand. So good win for them. And I need to tell, yeah, Shankar sir has a point here saying Venkatesh Iyer will be tried at number 6 in the home series. Venkatesh Iyer, yes, sir. He's a good prospect. We all know, good handy all rounder. Still untested at the big stage. I hope he does come through. But also, we need to know that someone like Venkatesh Iyer has batted at the top of the order also, and having someone like a Rahul Dravid, I'm pretty sure only the opening slots will be fixed at 1 and 2. Number 3 onwards, anybody can come in depending on the situation and the opponent bowlers who will be bowling. Because if you see a first 11 that we may have, it could be Rohit, Rahul, Surya, Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant could be the five batsmen we'll have. Venkatesh Iyer, Akshar Patel will be the all-rounders. One spinner among Ravichandran Ashwin or Yuzvendra Chahal. The three fast bowlers could be any of them between Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Mohammad Siraj, Avesh Khan, and Deepak Chahar. So what my thing was, if you have Rishabh, Akshar, and Venkatesh Iyer, all three will be left-handers, and the first four, as I said, will be right-handers. We need to have a mix and match with left and right going on, so that the opponent also will be on their toes. Who's gonna come next? We need to have that flexibility. We can't have a rigid batting order, or else teams will be planning against the matchups, etc. So let's hope. Uh, I like someone like a Venkatesh Iyer or a Ishan Kishan, Rishabh Pant, etc. Will be flexible in the order so that the best can be available at that slot. Yeah, coming back to the test squad that was just today announced, I would like to show you the test squad that's announced, which is out, and Ajinkya Rahane will be the skipper for the first test match. And Virat Kohli has taken a break for the first test match and will join for the second test match. This is the squad. Ajinkya Rahane is the captain, and we do know that Rohit Sharma has taken a break from the series with respect to the Test match cricket, and since he'll be the captain for the T20 series. So let's see how Ajinkya does. We have seen him in Australia doing well, winning the Test series in Melbourne, and of course the Gaba chase. Lokesh Rahul and Mayank Agarwal are the opening batsmen that's been selected, followed by Cheteshwar Pujara, who is the vice captain. Shubman Gill, they're saying, will be tried at the middle order slot at number 4 or 5, depending on Ajinkya's slot. Shreyas Iyer has been called up to the Test match squad. I know whom you are missing here. It is Hanuma Vihari. We'll come back to Vihari's case for a minute. The wicket keepers are Riddhiman Saha and Konashrikar Bharat. Bharat has been taken as the deputy here. Rishabh Pant has been given a rest. The bowling attack, as we know, at home, Ravindra Jadeja, Ravichandran Ashwin, Akshar Patel will be the three spinners, the main primary spinners. Jayant Yadav could be a support in case somebody is not available. The fast bowlers in Ishan Sharma, Umesh Yadav, Mohammad Siraj, and Prasidh Krishna has been called up. So two of these will be playing it. Yeah, coming to Hanuma Vihari, there is a piece in here. As you know, India A is playing three games in South Africa as a preparation to the South Africa series coming up, and Hanuma Vihari has been added to the India A squad there so that he gets used to the faster bouncier pitches in South Africa. Because generally, we do know in India, India plays just five batsmen, and we do not play the sixth batsman. Vihari has been used as a sixth batsman primarily in overseas conditions. So I think they want Vihari to be prepared for the South Africa series with warm up games in those three India A series rather than just making him sit out in the India Test series versus New Zealand. So I'll say a good call by the selectors to keep Vihari in the loop and making him have some game time rather than on the bench. So good on him. Good to see Vihari being sent to South Africa for game time, because as a senior batsman he will get to play there, and also guide a few of the promising youngsters who are selected for the India A. Yeah, Shankar sir, I just told the same on Hanuma Vihari. So let's see how well that goes. From the 17th is the India New Zealand three T20I series, which will start, and we'll be covering that too later on. But coming to this T20 World Cup, the final is on the number 14 Sunday, Australia versus New Zealand in Dubai. I hope throughout this World Cup, we have seen team winning the toss and chasing has won. I hope the due factor doesn't come in and the toss doesn't decide the winner. We get to see proper good T20 cricket where the best team wins, a good pitch, and not the conditions deciding who's going to win. So let's see. Fingers crossed. Whomever you support, Australia or New Zealand, may the best team win. Let's have a good game of cricket. Smayan here. Thoughts on Manish Pandey and whether he can come into white ball sides? Manish, I think Smayan, I'll tell you one thing. Being from Bangalore and a Karnataka boy, I know Manish pretty well. The Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy is going on, and for Karnataka, he has been the leading scorer. In the 5 matches he has played, he has played three or four 50s already. He's a good white ball player, but unfortunately, he's mainly a top order player at one or two or three, maximum four. Slight, as of now, Indian team at 1, 2, 3, 4 is back. So if he needs to come in, never know with these COVID situations, there may be more parallel series that can happen where someone like a Manish being a senior player can get a game somewhere when the Indian team is having a same what do you call a test match series somewhere, a T20 series like what we had in Sri Lanka and England parallelly. There, a player like a Manish or someone can get a go, but as of now, in the starting 15, that we can have Manish Pandey slightly out of favor for the selectors. But we do know he's a class player. Hope he does well with some big runs at the Mushtaq Ali and Karnataka does well. I'm pretty sure someone like a Manish can get a go in if and when any slots get opened up. There was no due yesterday, yes, sir, Shankar sir. There was not much due yesterday, which was, I think, one of the reasons where Shadab Khan did bowl well. So let's see. You never know the final who's gonna do well and who's not. So let's hope for the best. As I said, we'll be coming to an end here, and on the Sunday, which will be the final, we'll be covering there, and of course, we'll have our own special mention. My little buddy Aman. Aman is in Dubai currently. He will be at the ground watching that T20 World Cup final, and let's see if possible, we can get him to show some good shots clipping or something. Hopefully, if not, we'll get some live updates from him from the ground, and just hope he doesn't keep bothering any of the players, shouting at them. Just joking. That's what he'll do. He's a good young guy, fun fellow. Anyways, thanks you all, Shankar sir, Smayan, Nitish who joined, Dipanshu, everyone who are watching. Thanks again for watching this little bit of a review that we did of the second semi-final between Pakistan and Australia, which Australia went on to win. So until the finals, which we'll be covering, take care, stay safe, and everyone, especially from Chennai, I must say, Shankar sir, everyone, please do take care. I know it's a cyclone effect going on, and hope everyone is safe. And please do take care of your loved one also. So thank you, everyone. Take care, and see you next time. Until then, take care.